Right, so this is May 2009, paper 1, question 3. The question is essentially that if you're given a function fx, which is equivalent to e to the power of x times cos x, find the gradient of the normal of that curve when x equals pi. Basically, in order to do the question, you need to know that to find the gradient at any point on the curve, you must find the derivative and sub in that point. And to find the gradient of the normal, you must find the negative reciprocal at that point, because those lines will be perpendicular. Finding the derivative itself is really the bulk of the question, and that is a simple application of the product rule, which basically states that if you have a function fx, that is the product of any two functions ux and gx, the derivative f prime x is equivalent to the derivative of the first function ux times gx, the second function, plus the derivative, or plus the first function times the derivative of the second function gx. So in this case, the first function would be ex, right? And the second one cos x. So basically you have the derivative of ex, which is ex, multiplied by cos x. And then you have, for the second part, you have plus the first bit, so ex, or e to the x rather, and then you have that multiplied by the derivative of cosine x, which is of course negative sine x. So in the end, if you simplify that, you end up with minus e to the x times sine x. And of course, now that you have the derivative, you can sub in the point pi in order to find the slope of the tangent, and then take the negative reciprocal of that to find the slope at the normal. So you take this equation and you sub in pi. And basically, since this is paper 1, you actually can't do it without a calculator. You'd have to do this with your mind, and in order to do that, you need to know that sine x, or sine pi rather, simplifies to 0, so this entire term disappears, and you're left with e to the x cos pi as, or sorry, e to the pi. I can't get it to change properly. Why don't I just do that now? Yeah, so e to the pi cos pi as the derivative of the as the gradient at x equals pi, and that of course simplifies to negative e to the pi, or because cos pi is of course negative 1, because of it is in the second quadrant, I suppose, and where x is negative, so cos is therefore negative. So taking the negative reciprocal of that, we would get 1 over e to the pi, which is the answer. That is the gradient of the normal at x equals pi.